Good, happy Monday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, AG investigating suspicious deaths in Farmington. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
If you want to score a game-winning drive, then Auto Fair Honda in Manchester makes it happen during the Auto Fair Super Sale. Lease a 2016 CR-V all-wheel drive, $49 a week. Or lease a 2017 Accord, $39 a week. Both with zero down payment. Plus, you won't pay a thing till spring. Make no payments till March 2017. AutoFairHonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
It was earlier this afternoon when Alicia Sprague noticed a large police presence outside her neighbor's house.
We saw the first cruisers going by, and then, of course, the state police going by, and then the big crime unit scene truck go by, and then it was like, wow, something's going on.
The New Hampshire Attorney General's office says it was around 3 o'clock this morning when Farmington police responded to a 911 call here at 979 Meterborough Road.
And units responded to the address and discovered 2 deceased adult females at that residence.
Yellow police tape blocked off the home as officials from the state police department and their major crimes unit combed through the property. The identities of the individuals are being withheld pending notification to the next of kin. Authorities could not comment as to whether the victims lived at the home. They also could not give information on any possible suspects, which leaves surrounding neighbors like Sprague with more questions than answers.
Yeah, oh gosh, that could be anything. We've had all kinds of stuff up here. You think it's a nice, quiet neighborhood up in the woods, but people come up here for a reason.
As for what residents should know, officials say right now there is no specific threat to the public, but they do urge caution.
Obviously, we do have two deceased individuals, and so we would say that while we have no specific information that the public at large is at risk, we would want people in the area to take their normal precautions and to be vigilant as they go about their everyday activities.
And now the Attorney General's office went on to say that autopsies will be performed on Tuesday. We're live here in Farmington. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Manchester police searching for suspect in connection with robbery. Police are currently searching for a suspect in connection with an armed robbery. Manchester police said a male suspect entered the Brimmer Street Food Mart on Sunday night at about 9:18 p.m. They said the man showed the cashier a gun and demanded money and then fled on foot. Police said the suspect was described as short and thin in structure, wearing a black sweatshirt and black winter-style hat. The hat was pulled down, covering most of his face. He was also wearing red and black gloves and was carrying a backpack. Police have asked anyone with information related to the incident to call Manchester Police Department at 603-668-8711 or the Manchester Crime Line at 603-624-4040. 6 dead in shooting in Quebec City, Moscow. 2 suspects held. Two suspects are in custody after a shooting at a mosque in Quebec City left 6 people dead and 8 injured, officials said early Monday. Quebec City police confirmed to ABC News that The two suspects are being held are men in their 20s. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called the shooting a terror attack on Muslims and offered his condolence. Features point to a lower open on Wall Street. Economic data eyed. U.S. stock index featured opened to a lower open on Monday morning as traders eyed a batch of earnings and economic data. Donald Trump's travel ban fundamentally changes American history. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Most vociferous and angry reaction so far from Iran, which has not only moved, it seemed at this stage, to reciprocate a ban on US citizens getting visas to Iran, but also issued a harshly worded statement calling this, quote, an insult, quote, a gift to extremists, and also echoing some of the phrasing we may see across this region here, that this is a move, quote, to restrict travel for Muslims. Now, of course, those 7 countries banned are predominantly Muslim. Not all predominantly Muslim countries are part of that ban, but I think some in this region too are questioning the logic here. Donald Trump does cite 9/11, the attacks on the World Trade Center in 2001 as being part of the rationale for this executive order, while the predominance of those hijackers were in fact from Saudi Arabia. That's not impacted by this ban at all. We've also seen chaos sown across the region's airports. In Cairo, for example, US-bound passengers turned back. In Amman, it appears at this point, according to one senior airport official, no instructions issued for any change of behavior at all. But people, I think, questioning their desire to travel to the US at this point, whether it's worth the risk, frankly, of arriving and finding that you're caught up. Maybe your green card won't let you in, that maybe you're put on some watch list moving forwards. A lot of uncertainty, and this will, I think, impact upon people who already had fears that Donald Trump may be radically revising the US's relationship with the Muslim world and this part of the world too. This, a very swift, very blanket move, what some may see as a bid to find a very simple solution to a very complex problem, one that may potentially block out of the United States many members of nations that could be extraordinarily helpful in terms of intelligence value towards the US, or just bringing their skills to the country too, and will of course increase the gulf between those nation states and the US, particularly in countries like Iraq, where they're dependent upon Iraqis to lead the fight on the ground against ISIS, and in Syria too, where there's been an indefinite ban on Syrian refugees. Syrians, many of them fighting against the regime, angry at the absence of the help they've received from the United States, and now frankly they'll see that even their most badly in need won't be given some kind of shelter in the United States now. So a lot of harsh reaction, I think, we'll see moving forward, maybe more reciprocations of the visa ban from other nations, and I think a lot of fear stoked in this already volatile region. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Beirut.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.